Hey Catacomb Culture, this is Reverend Albert Serino, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to make a walk in the woods or a walk outside in general a meditation. So first thing I have here is my sage. You don't necessarily need sage, but when I go outside or when I'm kind of in a wooded area, I like to kind of ritualize my my meditation a little bit more and really bring myself into that mental space. So I bring some sage out just to kind of clear some energy and to put me in that space, and also it also helps with the bugs a little bit. So I begin from just kind of walking and moving and listening to the sounds of the birds. Just kind of start by just getting a feel for my environment, feel for where I'm at, just kind of tuning in. And then I like to, right towards the beginning of doing this, I like to first take some really deep breaths. And while I'm doing that, I like to just imagine that everything, all my energy, is just going down into the ground, down through my feet. You can imagine that any way you want. You could imagine it in different color. You can imagine it like liquid, however you see it. But see it in your mind. Take a nice deep breath. And just breathe it into the ground. And what that's doing is it's helping my emotions settle. It's helping my mind to kind of go at ease, to just kind of tune into the present moment, not worried about any of the stresses of my day or anything that I have to do forward, but really just tuning me into the present moment. So I always do a few of those breaths. And then I began to just kind of turn my gaze a little bit out in front of me, nowhere specific. Just kind of a general awareness. And by doing that, I could allow my senses to be more active. I could feel my feet walking on the rocks, nice and slowly, as my toes bend. I could hear the crickets. Begin to just kind of catch gaze of bugs and dragonflies and birds just kind of flying by. I'm just paying attention to just everything in general, just keeping my awareness nice and broad. And all the while, I'm continuing to breathe nice and slowly but deeply. You know, I'm not really putting too much attention on that, as like I said, my awareness is more outward, but I'm keeping my breaths nice and deep. And you're building a lot of good energy within your body. You're oxygenating all your cells. And deep breathing helps to really put the mind at ease, really put you in the eye of the hurricane, so to speak. Now, while I'm doing these, after a while, I may get into a space where I just want to walk and continue to take that all in. And sometimes what I'll then do is I'll stop and I'll find something that really just makes me curious. Like I'll look at a shape of a leaf that looks really cool, or I'll just try to find like maybe a bug sitting on a branch, something that I could really focus in on. And I'll just slowly bring myself over to it, and I'll really observe every different color, all the shapes of the outside of the leaf. I'll really bring my focus in. I'll hone right in on the specific thing. And I'll do that for a while. And I'll just kind of give myself, leave myself in a space of appreciation, but also really working on my focus, allowing myself to really focus in on something and not be distracted or not be pulled out of the present moment. And then after I'm done doing that for a few minutes, I'll bring myself back out and just bring my awareness back to kind of the general area again, and just back to listening to the natural sounds, back to just seeing the movement of nature around me. So just a few takeaways that you could go out and practice with. First one is your space that you're going to take a walk in. You know, I do recommend a path that's kind of clear, more natural, less stimuli from cars or city, but if you could find any space that you could just walk down, that works. The second thing is your breathing. Remember, deep breathing. Allow yourself in the beginning or throughout it, if you to feel grounded or relaxed, to breathe down and visualize all that going down into the earth, down through the bottom of your feet. The third thing is your focus. Remember, tune into your senses, tune into the external world, just listen. Just kind of be an observer, a non-judgmental observer, and just tune into your sight, your sound, the smells. The fourth thing is try to focus in on something. Try to pick something to really hone in on. Bring your focus down to a very micro level, and then bring your awareness back out into just a general awareness, back into your tuning into your surroundings. And then the fifth one is go have fun, relax. There's no perfect way to do this. For more videos like this, check out www.catacomb.tv.